Today, the people of Paris commemorate Jacques Guillermo Simonier, I'm butchering these names, mayor of Etampes. He was lynched by a furious mob for performing his duties to France. This march shall symbolize the unity of our society and the hope the most violent stage of the revolution is past us. Let us make sure that no other loyal servant of France becomes a victim of such hatred ever again. You tell him, King Louis. I have a bad feeling he's going to be you lynched one day. Simoneau was a good, loyal officer. Those bastards lynched him for observing the law. Will you join me at the march? Yeah, sure. Appointed executioners and exactly, full justice. And dangerous. Very dangerous. Please, I am merely an observer. Do not change your habits for me. This isn't King Louis, is it? King or two. Young and ambitious judge of the tribunal. I was curious whether he is guided by justice or by entertainment, as some would say. I seek justice. Oh. Who? We've got an admirer. Yeah, cool. Good relationship with wife and younger son. And aww. Oh. Okay. Okay. I don't know what to think of that. Oh, okay. Well, no gossip today or anything, is there? Oh. In command of the National Guard, he has seen enough to not put trust in ordinary people, even if you are able to start a revolution. And here's another one. If you want to pause and read, go ahead. Okay, so we've only got one thing here. Common folk want him acquitted, and the revolutionaries want him in prison. Let's read this, and so 2 pages long. The defendant is Olivia Mugler, a 65-year-old master locksmith who is famed among Parisian burglars as an expert on unopenable locks. Last month he was commissioned by the owners of a Parisian glassworks, Jean Roud, Louis Roux and Ferdinand Salan. Is it Salan? To construct locks for ornate chests or valuables, presumably as gifts for their wives. The craftsman praised his latest creation as thief-proof. Shortly following their completion, the industrialist houses were hit by a series of burglars committed by a recent newcomer to Paris, Hector Vian. The thief from Orleans was caught in the act and shot by Ferdinand Chalon. Oh! An expensive turgid map of Paris with the houses of the recently robbed industrialists marked on it was found on the deceased. Surprisingly, Chalon had given Mugler an identical map as advanced payment. This deposit was in addition to the agreed remuneration of all the employers. Further interesting information came from the owner of the Ginger Margot Inn, all that on the night preceding the burglary, the locksmith met there with a man she didn't recognize. Based on her description, you were to identify him as the aforementioned Hector Vian, the men allegedly engaged in an evening of drinking sponsored by Muglia. Evidence: a map of Paris found on Hector Vian. Okay, 8 questions. Okay, so this is part of the evidence. Marks on the map. Here's more evidence. Burglars. Master locksmith. 3 more questions. Drunken evening. That's another course of event. Famous thief. Ah! Did it again. Okay. Robbing the bourgeois is no crime. Robbing anyone is a crime. According to the case file, you are citizen Olivia Muglia, is that correct? Indeed it is. Monsieur le Judge, may I have a request? I'd like to sit down. I'm an old man, you see. Basic respect for the judiciary requires that you remain standing. Wow, so I've not even... okay. The names Salan, Rude and Rue mean anything to you? Why are you so determined to harass an old man? They sound like the names of my debtors. Debtors? They are the victims of activities you conducted. You mean locksmithing? Haha, clever wordplay, my good friend. Okay. Let's play to his vanity. You're one of the best locksmiths in Paris. I should deny it for modesty's sake, but I will not. I knew he was vain. Okay, it cannot be true though, as a random thief from Orleans was easily able to open your locks. But then he must have been one of the best thieves in New Orleans. Let's be serious, Monsieur le Juge. Every lock can be picked with the right talents, even my locks. He is a clever one. How much did you charge? Yeah, it is. I guess. Locks made by a master with nearly 50 years of experience. Those bastards never paid me a single franc. Victims did not pay you, did we read amount? Not a franc. I'd beat that money right out of them. I'm too old for that. So you got someone else to do it. You recognize this map? Claims that he gave you this map has advanced payment for your services. It was what? That wicked wretch of a second-rate merchant, he gave me a scrap of paper as payment, making 3 locks, and says it's supposed to be worth more than the 3,000 francs he owes me. But this map does belong to you, doesn't it? Where's the man that you received? Where's the map you received from Citizen Salan? I lost it. It wasn't even worth a loaf of bread, so I surely won't shed a tear
If you have it, maybe you stole it from me. Make a note. Olivia Mugler demands demands something from Rude, Rue, and Salah. Kinda. I kinda don't want him to go to prison. He seems like he's not in wrong. Let's press him. He says he lost it. Okay. But let's see if he slips up. Smart ass. You're not speaking unless spoken at all. Okay, cool. Okay, shut up. What went missing during the burglary? My house was the first one to be robbed, and in my case it was mostly valuable. At Rue's house, he will not say it himself, and I do not want to go to prison. It was the letters he exchanged over the years with King Louis. Oh. Damn. And nothing with him. Had hidden the other valuables somewhere. He had hid the other items before robbing the last house? That is strange. Advance payment in the form of a map. Its disappearance, murder, a burglar, and lack of payment for services. And, you know, I do not want to go to prison, and Salan said that if I were to talk nonsense in court, I would be sentenced to a few years. Is that true? This Salan needs to be questioned. I think he's a mastermind here. Oh, well, might have offered some suggestions on how not to get into trouble by speaking gibberish. I am a rather nervous person, and I sometimes struggle to make sense. We need to question Salan. I understand what you're implying. Consider this. If he sold the secret of my locks, then my business would be over. Word spreads fast amongst thieves. I don't want to, but okay, let's see. And all in agreement with the contract, my job was to prepare and install the locks. And the employer was only to come and see whether the work was completed and pay, of course. And on one side, in the client's property, none of those idlers bothered to deliver the trunks to my workshop, so I had to strain my old legs. How else would I get there? Blindfolded on a wagon? Were you the one who marked the addresses on the 3 victims on the map? I didn't mark anything. The houses of your clients are marked on the map. I don't know who marked them. Maybe you should ask the person you found the map on. You do not think there are too many coincidences in your story. You obtain the map, but lose it, and then it is found on a thief
Who has robbed your clients? Make locks. Kinda don't want to ask him that in case. Okay. I am going to acquit him. Because I don't think he's guilty. There is not guilty. Lead the defendant away. To be honest, this does bear the marks of social justice. And they would not pay him, so he had them robbed. There's balance here. He didn't have them robbed, come on. A lot of things didn't add up. I mean, what the guy said before, why would the thief rob a house, go hide stuff, and then rob another house? It doesn't make sense. There are too many unanswered things, and I just... well, that was the best outcome for me. I'm sure I made the right decision. These are court deposits. There you go. I know someone who could remove these marks without damaging the map.
King Louis XVI. There were people who truly loved him. He reminded the French they had noble ancestors. Do not be manipulated by people who are not bearing the burden of responsibility. This saddened me. Someone had advised him to say that. Someone who was well aware of the cold, inevitable wind of change. I did not pity the king, but those who will come after him, as they will not have great ancestors.
I'm really digging the art style. I like the art. I like the composition. It's really well done. I like it. Okay, so this is what's happened. Overnight, Frenchmen marched in the streets of Paris side by side, one line after another, to commemorate Jacques Williams, mayor of Intampes. He was murdered by a furious mob, punished for a law he did not enact, was obliged to observe. Freedom of speech killed him. If you understand this, has the right to cast stones to show one's discontent, the right to murder people because you'll deem them responsible for your miserable life, surely the people of Paris would prefer if we said that nothing happened. Folk -3. Okay, at the moment the common folk really don't like me. The son is rather good with the viola. He is both talented and enthusiastic. I prefer that he was as enthusiastic about the law books I give him. You want him to follow in your footsteps. He doesn't need to become an artist, not a lawyer. Mother likes to hear me playing, and there's nothing more boring than law. See? He'd rather let his career rely on humours of the people. So, you're a bourgeois, and you're for the revolution. Believe me, our country desperately needs something to ennoble it. The power is in the hands of simple, illiterate people. Let him rescue their souls with music. That's better than boring laws and clauses. See what you're doing? Spoiling my child. I do not have my own children to spoil, so I'm focusing on yours. Speaking of which... Oh no. After various important events, you may find yourself with an action forced upon you. On this day, you become the victim of your own decision. So I have to do this one. Oh yeah, because I said I would. Cool. Let's do this. Yeah, it's only gone down a little bit.